In this video, we'll look at how to reduce the number of times a person can opt into a campaign on the engageSPARK platform. Let's take a look at a scenario. Let's say you have a missed call number that you advertise for people to make a free missed call to. When they make the missed call to the number, you want our system to call the person right back with your IVR survey. You probably know how to set this up already. It's very easy. You go to the phone numbers page, you click configure phone number next to your missed call number, you click on the incoming voice rules tab, and then choose a subscribe contact to campaign action and select your IVR survey. Click save, and don't forget to click save here. Now the problem is that anytime someone makes a missed call to the number, we will call them back with the IVR survey. So if they keep making a missed call and making a missed call, we'll keep subscribing them to the IVR survey, meaning we'll keep calling them back with the IVR survey. And that raises the problem that we'll dive into in this video. You probably don't want the engageSPARK system to keep calling the person back. So how do we prevent that? The answer is using a drip campaign as a kind of line of defense. Instead of subscribing the contact to an IVR survey, subscribe them to a drip campaign. And let's look at what you want to do in this drip campaign. So the drip campaign can have as its first step an actions only step that subscribes the contact to the IVR survey. Now at this point, this doesn't solve your problem, because if the person makes a missed call to the phone number, our system will subscribe them to this drip campaign. The drip campaign will then just subscribe the person to the IVR survey. If they make a missed call again, it'll keep happening. The solution is by using conditions in this drip campaign. So you'll notice here that this says only run these actions, meaning only subscribe the contact to the IVR survey sometimes. And when we only do it when this custom field, which we added on our contacts page, does not equal yes. So if it equals yes, we do not subscribe the contact to the campaign. If it does not equal yes, we do. And so how do we set that field to become yes? We do that in the IVR survey. So what happens is, the first step of the IVR survey, we add an actions only step that updates the contact's custom field of picked up callback to yes. So what happens now? The first time somebody makes a missed call to the number, that column picked up callback does not equal yes. It's empty. And so the drip campaign goes ahead and subscribes the contact to this IVR campaign. We call the person with the IVR survey. They pick up the call. Immediately, the system updates that custom field to yes. Then, if they make a missed call again to the number, the system will subscribe them to the drip campaign, but the drip campaign will not subscribe the contact to the IVR survey, because that action is not met, because the picked up callback column equals yes. And so the IVR survey, the contact will not be subscribed to the IVR survey. That's how you prevent the contact from being subscribed to an IVR survey, or to any campaign for that matter, over and over again. Use a drip campaign and conditions. Now, what if instead you want to allow people to call back in multiple times, but you want to restrict it to, for example, once per day? And one way of doing that is to use a second step in your drip campaign. So you can remove this condition. And so we're always subscribing the contact to the IVR survey no matter what, but add an extra step in the drip campaign, another actions only step that just ends the campaign for the contact. And this happens, let's say, 1 day later. So what happens in this case is the person makes a missed call to the number. The phone number rule subscribes the contact to this drip campaign. The drip campaign immediately subscribes the contact to the IVR survey. They answer, they don't answer, doesn't matter. At this point, that contact is still subscribed to this drip campaign because the system is waiting 1 day to take this next step, which is just to end the campaign for the contact. So if the person makes a missed call again, then the phone number rule will try to subscribe the contact to this drip campaign, but the contact will already be subscribed to the drip campaign, and a contact can't be subscribed to a campaign again while it's already currently subscribed to that campaign. So when the phone number rule tries subscribing the contact to this drip campaign, it will fail because the contact is still in the middle of this drip campaign. But then let's say a day passes, this step executes, and the contact is no longer in this drip campaign. So the next day, the person makes a missed call again. This time, when the phone number rule tries to subscribe the contact to the drip campaign, it will succeed because the contact is not in the middle of the campaign anymore. And then the first step will happen and the contact will be subscribed to the IVR survey again. And then again, it'll be in the campaign for another day. So any more missed calls will not trigger the IVR callback and so on. And of course, you can change this to every hour or every 5 hours or however long of a period you want to prevent the person from being able to miss call and miss call to get the IVR survey callback.